afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the latest episode of MSME Masterclass. It is our privilege to welcome Sorubhh Bharti, a visionary in the renewable energy sector and an exemplary leader with over 19 years of diverse experience driving innovation and sustainable solutions. As the founder and director of Bharat Alternate Fuel, Sorubhh has been at the forefront of championing green energy and e-mobility initiatives, making impactful strides in India's renewable energy landscape since 2020. His extensive background, including a leadership role as a director of international operations at Pratibha Industries Limited, underscores his deep expertise in navigating complex business environments and fostering global collaborations. Sorubh's academic foundation in finance and marketing, combined with a diploma in national economics planning and entrepreneurship, equips him with a unique perspective on the intersection of economic policy and sustainable business practices. Today, he will delve into government support for MSMEs in the renewable energy revolution. Drawing from his rich industry experience and insights, Sorubhh will highlight the transformative opportunities available for MSMEs in renewable energy, helping them contribute and benefit from this dynamic revolution. Please join me in welcoming Sorubhh Bharti. Welcome to our MSME Masterclass, Sorubhh. We are pleased to have you.
Thank you so much, Amrita. I'm glad to be here.
So, Sorubhh, please start with the first leg of our questions. The first part of it is on policy framework. What, according to you, are the government policies or schemes that have been most impactful in enabling MSMEs to participate in the renewable energy sector?
Okay, so before we jump on to your question, I would just like to give you a small brief how Government of India looks up at MSME in terms of their contribution towards adoption of renewable energy. See, 30% of employment in India is basically generated through MSMEs. It's one of the most important facets that we should know. And out of total exports that India does today, 45% of exports are coming from MSME. In addition to that, the total industrial electricity that India is consuming, I think 25% is basically being taken by MSME. So this is the role of MSME in Indian economics today. And when it comes to the adoption of renewable energy, which is very close to our current government, agendas, yes, Government of India is very eager to have MSME participation in renewable energy adoption. And there are a lot of policy frameworks which basically helps to boost the early adoption. Like, for example, there is this PM Surya Ghar Muft Bijli Yojana, then there is PM Kusum Yojana. There are a lot of such frameworks in Startup India as well, which basically enables MSME to easily transit from conventional energy sources to renewable energy sources. Then there are these national action plan on climate change, which also boosts, MSME's transition from conventional to renewable energy sector.
Understood. Got it. Sorubhh, moving on to financial support, according to you, what are the financial incentives provided by the government, and are they sufficient to help MSMEs transition to renewable energy production or adoption?
See, MSMEs, basically, Government of India, when they decided to switch from conventional energy to renewable energy, and they knew it's a capital-intensive adoption or capital-intensive work. So there are a lot of schemes, a lot of financial support available for MSMEs. Like there is Pradhan Mantri Mudra Yojana, wherein you can get loans up to 2 crores. The tenure is also good, which is 5%. The interest rates are also good, which is up to 2%. So there are plenty of schemes which supports MSMEs for easy adoption of renewable energy sector.
Got it. Moving on to ease of access. Now, how accessible are these government grants, subsidies, or loans for MSMEs looking to invest in renewable energy technologies?
See, so there's a specific scheme called MSME GIFT, which is available for MSMEs to get into this easy transformation. It's the full form is MSME Green Investment and Financing for Transformation. Now, these schemes are very much available on various portals like Udyam Assist platform, startupindia.com. So there's a lot of accessibility towards these policies. There are a lot of portals where an MSME can simply log in, put in their details, and then they will get first-hand information as into how to avail benefits of these schemes.
And when we talk about skill development, Sorubhh, can you tell us what initiatives has the government introduced to upskill the workforce of MSMEs for renewable energy projects?
Absolutely. So almost a decade ago, when India was very new in this sector, and most of us were not aware of what is renewable energy. The first concern was to have a skill set labor. Now, Government of India has created a lot of avenues for skill development. So we have the Surya Mitra, Varun Mitra, these kind of programs wherein a lot of youth is being developed for such kind of skills. We have Jal Urja Mitra, we have a lot of skill development such programs which basically assist youth to get right skills and MSMEs to have such kind of resources for easy adoption.
Understood. When we speak about regulatory environment, are there any regulatory hurdles that MSMEs face when adopting renewable energy or developing products for this sector?
See, I don't think so there are any hurdles which MSME is facing today. The atmosphere is very positive, as I'm seeing, which is why India is progressing very faster in adoption of renewable energy. Like I was saying, MNRE state nodal agencies are also there for renewable energy, which basically assists, a lot of MSMEs for easy adoption of renewable energy. In addition to that, there is physical infrastructure also, wherein MSMEs can simply meet personally one-to-one and get their answers resolved. So I don't think so any such concerns are there.
Noted. When it comes to infrastructure support, how does the government plan to address the lack of renewable energy infrastructure in Tier 1 and Tier 2 cities where most MSMEs operate?
See, when we started adopting renewable energy, the first concern was how stable is our transmission infrastructure, how much can we adopt, how much can we transmit through a grid. So Government of India has a lot of work towards strengthening our transmission systems. In addition to that, to make this reach towards Tier 1, Tier 2, there are a lot of cluster development programs which basically assist MSMEs to come together, make a solar park which everybody can utilize it as per their needs. Other than that, there are a lot of RESCO, OPEX and group captive models under which MSMEs can participate together, take equities and then create a solar park which can assist them in their power needs.
Understood. Now, when we speak about adoption challenges, we would like to delve deeper into that and get our attendees to know more about it. So tell us, what are the main challenges MSMEs face in adopting renewable energy solutions, and how is the government addressing these?
See, government realized that one challenge could be how to understand the supply. So for example, when an MSME decides to put a rooftop solar or a ground mount solar project for their own use, the first thing which comes in the mind is how do they reach out to the suppliers and who will do the engineering part of it, many things. So the first thing which government did is they pushed a lot of new startups to come in the renewable sector. So now we see a lot of companies which are helping you out to put your solar rooftops. Second thing was strengthening the supply chain. Government of India has a lot of initiatives by which we are almost Atmanirbhar in terms of solar sector to reduce dependency on third-party suppliers. There is this ALMM system wherein only those modules which are basically approved by ALMM can be utilized in setting out solar rooftop or ground mount projects. So there's a lot of support. The adoption challenges are also made easy by state nodal agencies, like I was telling you. In addition to that, there are a lot of forums like India Energy Forum or exhibitions or conferences which keep on happening through government side, which enables MSME to get educated on these parts.
Noted. Now, when we talk about technology access, according to you, is the government doing enough to ensure that MSMEs can access affordable, advanced renewable energy technologies?
Yeah, while saying so, it looks like I'm a big fan of Government of India, but it is true. Government has a lot of initiatives. One of them is PLI. They're pushing a lot of Indian companies to do, to make everything local. So a lot of companies have now been given PLIs to make, solar cells in India. We are already doing a lot of advancements towards creating turbines for windmills. So, I think, a lot of things are being pushed by government as well as by private sector to make things easy for easy adoption.
Yeah. And what role does the government see MSMEs playing in the renewable energy supply chain, and how are they supported to fulfill this role?
See, it's very important that MSME also play an important integral part, not just in adoption, but in supply as well. and a lot of companies have come up, which are producing a lot many, integral parts of, say, solar energy sector or maybe batteries. A lot of small battery manufacturing plants have come up for LFPs and NMC kind of batteries. So there's a good participation by MSME sector in supply chain. And government is, like I said, there are a lot of easy loans, easy grants, subsidies, which are being given to these, new upcoming ventures in this sector, in this side.
Now talking about tax benefits, Sorubh, can you tell us, are there any targeted tax benefits or reductions specifically designed for MSMEs who are investing in renewable energy?
Absolutely. So, our current finance minister has given a lot of subsidies, rebates. Under Section 81A of the Income Tax Act 1961, there's 100% exemption on profits also that you generate from renewable energy income. In addition to that, there is accelerated depreciation also, which is given to those MSMEs who put up solar rooftop plants or ground mount plants. So a lot of benefits are being already passed on to MSEs to encourage them, so that adoption can be done easily and with a lot of willpower.
Got it. Now moving on to public-private partnerships. What role do you think public-private partnerships play in supporting MSMEs in the renewable energy revolution?
Public-private partnership basically can come when both the sides join resources together. And one such example is when Tata Power has come together with SIDBI to finance projects. So there's already a lot of action which is being happening in this public-private partnership side of this particular zone.
Okay. Inclusion in terms of large projects. When we talk about that part, how does the government ensure that MSMEs are included in large-scale renewable energy projects as suppliers or collaborators?
Okay. So we ourselves are a very, we are 4-year-old company, and we would really want to participate in tenders as suppliers or as engineers or as an EPC company. Government of India does a lot of MSME exemptions and tenders as well. So a lot of times AMD exemptions are there. A lot of times there are technical qualification exemptions are there. So government is already pushing that MSME can also participate in this so-called revolution of this thing, and then a supplier in MSME can also participate in GEM tenders, which is being uploaded, which is a Government of India initiative, wherein a lot of requirements from government side being floated on a portal. So it's just amazing. You can simply log on to the website and see what is being required in the market, and you can simply supply them.
Now moving on to export support, are there any government programs to support MSMEs in exporting renewable energy products or services to international markets?
What has happened in the past few years is, Government of India has engaged in a lot of FTA agreements with various countries. As far as my knowledge goes, the newest in this is, I think, Sultanate of Oman, wherein Government of India is trying a lot to make it come under an FTA arrangement. Now, when FTA happens, second thing is to bring all MSMEs together, educate them that this is the new market wherein you can explore. There are no import duties on your product. And then every country has its own law also, wherein sometimes they check the original source of the product. So what Government of India has done is, they've created a new common digital platform for certificate of origin, wherein you can the data is simply available. You can check, if for example one country doesn't allow products from another country, you can simply check from a simple one digital platform. So these are basically such exercises which are done for MSME so that they can easily export products, participate in the total export portion of Indian products in foreign markets. Other than that, there is this REPC, which is Renewable Energy Export Promotion Council of India, which promotes export of such supplies in other parts of the world.
When we talk about innovation in R&D, how is the government promoting innovation in R&D among MSMEs in renewable energy?
Okay, you might have heard of NITI Aayog's incubation centers, which are basically now placed in various parts of the country. Government is looking for fresh talent wherein they can support them. They can fund the new R&Ds, new innovations. So these incubation programs for NITI Aayog, I think, is the best tool what Government of India has done so far. and it has an amazingly good reach, which goes in various nooks and corners of the nation. You talk about northeast, extreme northeast part, or southern part of India, or now even Jammu and Kashmir. Every state has now Niti Aayog centers which pushes such kind of innovation and R&D work.
Okay. Digital enablement is my next question to you, Sorubh. What role does the government see digital platforms playing in helping MSMEs adopt and scale renewable energy solutions?
See, everything is digital at the moment. For every policy, for every campaign, there is a new website, there's a new portal. You simply put a word on Google, and there's a portal by Government of India which enables you to understand what are the information required, or how can you be a part of the policy. For example, for PM Sorubhh K Yojana also there's a different website. So digitalization of every scheme that Government of India is doing is in fact it is there. You can simply check. So I think for any query there's a portal dedicated, and you can simply log in and get the required information.
And how easy, sorry, this is a question that I have. How easy is the flow in terms of navigating through these websites that the government has?
See, that era is gone. When we used to think that a website will lag, a government website will take a lot of time to upload, it will crash at many times. It's not the case now. It's very systematically done. They are very tech savvy. Things are being done by Government of India now. It's very simple. I don't see any hurdle in that. And which is why, you must have heard that nowadays startups from India are booming. We are a lot of unicorns which are coming from startups. This is the main reason.
Absolutely right. Let's talk about awareness campaigns, Sorubh. How effective have government-led awareness campaigns been in educating MSMEs about the opportunities and benefits of renewable energy?
So, Government of India, as I see, is spending a lot of resources, investing in a lot of resources to promote their ideations or their policies or their thought process, so that they can reach out to masses. A lot of digital campaigns are being done. So, for example, PM Sorubhh K Yojana, wherein they want to reach out to every rooftop of every home so that they can participate in such schemes, take benefit out of it. So, I think it's an amazing, good job done by our government at the moment. And though we are still not being able to meet our targets, that means there are some operational ground issues. But then, if you ask me, how are we doing in terms of reaching out to the audience, to the target audience, we are doing well in that zone.
Okay. Talking about collaboration opportunities, are there government-led initiatives encouraging MSMEs to collaborate with research institutions or larger corporations in renewable energy?
Yes, so there's a scheme called Research, Design, Development, Demonstration and Manufacture of New and Renewable Energy, which is basically a Government of India program wherein they invite a lot of collaborations, a lot of participants together to create new innovations, research together, and find out new solutions, innovative solutions in various spheres of renewable energy. So these collaborations are very much in the market, and as I mentioned before as well. These Niti Aayog centers, incubation centers are amazingly well placed in the market now. We ourselves is a startup which started from an incubation center in Andhra Pradesh, a place called Tirupati, wherein we were incubated under Adi Shankara Innovation Center, and they gave us enormous support from collaborators to come together and create wonderful products and services.
Sorubhh, I have a question. In terms of government schemes, subsidies, and projects and initiatives that they have been doing so far for the renewable energy sector, can you tell us if that's something that you would already know? Can you tell us how and when did the government start supporting these initiatives, and was it long enough? Has it been always there, or it's something that we picked up eventually when we saw the world going with that flow?
So government, it's a learning process. When if I talk about the current government, when they started in 2014, there were a lot of schemes that they launched. Few worked, few didn't work. They reworked on the schemes. The reforms were again made. So it's an ongoing process. But what I see is the willpower of the Government of India at the moment to support MSMEs, because they realize it constitutes a major portion of Indian economy. So this is an ongoing process. It is happening. It will progress more, it will be more refined in coming time. But then yes, there's a right approach and right will towards it.
Absolutely. Now let's talk about energy security. Can you tell our attendees how does the government envision the role of MSMEs in achieving national energy security through renewable energy adoption?
See, like I mentioned to you, we realize as India, we realize that 25% of total industrial electricity goes to MSMEs. That means it is very important to empower, this transition in MSMEs first. So a lot of work has been done towards this particular zone. Government of India, private players, market realizes that MSME, participation is very important. So a lot of programs like wherein the information like how energy efficient can your MSME be, simply by switching from a tube light to an LED light. Such programs are also being managed by government or by private sectors. So the understanding that MSME is very important, it is already there. And then there is this program called Energy Conservation Guidelines, which are given by Government of India, which teaches you that how can you be more energy efficient. So such guidelines, programs is already there, and it is pushing a lot to understand the importance of MSMEs in easy adoption of renewable energy.
Right. Can we talk about carbon credits and certifications now and understand from you, are there any accessible programs for MSMEs to participate in carbon credit markets or obtain renewable energy certifications?
See, renewable energy certifications or carbon credits is one motivation which is given to MSMEs or new entrants in this zone. It's a very relevant new title or a very new thing wherein we all are learning. The market is also understanding up on it. But then yes, there is this India Energy Exchange and Power Exchange India Limited, which helps you monetize your RECs or carbon credits.
Understood. Moving on to monitoring and evaluation part of it, what mechanisms are in place to monitor the impact of government support on MSMEs in the renewable energy sector, and how are these measures being refined?
Okay, so government has given a lot of allotment of funds for such projects. So it's very easy when they check how much of credits is being given to MSMEs for these adoptions. Then there is this cluster development program wherein Government of India understands that how many such clusters are being designed wherein renewable energy can be pushed inside these MSMEs so that the adoption can be done easily. So there are many ways. They also check how well are our grids being pushed towards more improvisation, because if you produce more renewable energy, the grids will obviously become more burdened. If grids are burdened, you need to create more, spend more on infrastructure. So these are the few guidelines or few understandings of the criteria which I think government understands, and that's how they understand how much we are reaching towards our targets.
My last question to you, Sorubh, is about Bharat Alternate Fuel. What is the role that the company is playing in this entire scheme of things?
Okay, so Bharat Alt Fuel, when we started, we thought we'll play a significant role in coming years in alternative energies or alternative fuels. We started with a biofuel plant before. However, we realized that it's not just one thing by which we can create a sustainable atmosphere. So now we moved on to electric mobility as well. We are into solar EPC zone. We are in windmill as well. So we have been expanding our horizons to create a more sustainable ecosystem. We have two EVs which are ready, which will be pushed in the market very soon. We will launch them. That will enable a pollution-free transportation. We are doing a lot of EPC projects in India and abroad, which makes us, which is making us enable to, push inside more renewable energy. We've been doing a lot of advancements towards charging stations. So it's an ecosystem that we build in Bharat Alt Fuel so that we can promote a more sustainable ecosystem.
Thank you, Sorubh. With that, we've come to the end of our today's episode. It was really lovely having you and discussing the revolution that we're seeing in terms of renewable energy in India. And I'm sure your inputs in terms of government subsidies, initiatives will help our attendees move forward with a positive energy. So thank you so much.
I'm glad I was here, and thank you for this opportunity. Thank you so much, Amrita.
For our attendees who are online, if you'd like to see this current episode, if you've missed any part of the current episode, or if you want to see any of our previously short episodes, please go on YouTube, type JSW1 MSME, and you will find all our episodes uploaded there. Thank you once again, Sorubhh. Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.